Hello folks, welcome back to my channel. This is Goosebumps Dude, and today I intend on reviewing another Goosebumps book, and this time we'll be looking at the second book from the original series named Stay Out of the Basement. Stay Out of the Basement, indeed. Now, I really enjoy the front cover, especially with this open doorway, and you have, darkness inside, and you have that hand that seems to be coming out and grabbing onto the door. And that hand is very peculiar as you have these leaves that are sprouting out, and this hand is completely green, right? Like a plant hand. And I believe this is a great way to catch the viewer's attention, especially since this is the second book in the series, and the covers have to be creative, even though I do not believe that this was done by Tim Jacobus, who basically, did all the other front covers, pictures, but this one I believe it was somebody else, and I will check it out. I apologize, I didn't prepare for this, but nevertheless, it is a great front cover, and I really enjoy it. So what is this book about? So basically, we have our two main characters, the children, Margaret and Casey, a sister and her younger brother, and basically their father is a botanist. His name is Dr. Brewer, and what happens is that he spends an awful lot of time in his basement, as the title of the book might suggest. Obviously, he's gonna tell his children that this area of the house is off limits to them and that they cannot go down there, not even, for a peek. They're not allowed to be there under any circumstances. So as you probably know, children rarely listen to what they're being told. So they're gonna decide one day, as their father has to take their mother to the hospital to visit her sister, Eleanor, I believe that's her name. They decide to go and check out what their father has been up to down there in that basement of his. And there, they're going to make a shocking discovery. And without spoiling the book, but I believe that this isn't really spoiling since this is the theme of this story, is that there's going to be a lot of things involving plants, right? But there's something particular about these plants, and this I will not spoil. But this is basically how the book goes. And then they're gonna notice that their father is starting to change. Like he's acting more like a plant and less like their dad. And even he doesn't give his daughter pet names like he used to, like Fatso, Little Princess, things like that. Like nice affectionate nicknames. He's gonna stop doing this. So she's gonna feel like Margaret, that there's something off about her dad, about her father. And Casey is gonna start feeling this way too. Now, this is basically how the story goes. And they also have Margaret has a friend from school named Diane, right? Who's gonna spend some time with them at some point. And the three of them are gonna be basically doing some exploring that they're not supposed to be doing. So this is basically it for the premise of the story, Stay Out of the Basement. Now, Stay Out of the Basement is a pretty cool, awesome book, right? Not as terrifying as the first novel of the series, Welcome to Dead House, but nevertheless, this is a great story, and I believe that a lot of children love it, especially those who have watched the TV show. There's been an adaptation for this book, for this story, even though I haven't watched the TV show, not that much. I cannot tell, but apparently, I believe that the adaptation was pretty good. So, anyhow, this was a great story, and it definitely has a lot of elements that are, common to children, especially not listening to the parents and doing some exploring. The fact that they're all alone because the mother is out of the picture, so that it can really focus on the children, the relationship between the children and their father. I thought that was awesome, and especially his sudden change in character, and the fact that he's, going to act more like a plant, and the mystery that is surrounding this novel. I believe that was awesome. This is a great theme of mystery. And the ending, with when the final twist is presented, is just something that you don't see coming. But I really enjoyed it, and I really loved how concise the story is and how great it evolves. So this is Stay Out of the Basement. A great story, one of people's favorites. I can totally understand why, especially if you're a young reader and you would like to start somewhere. Many children loved that book growing up because it is a story that I could definitely see myself loving as a child, because this is a really great story, in my opinion, for, especially with the whole concept of, exploring unauthorized, exploring and going behind the parents' backs, which you're not supposed to do, by the way, just to make that clear. But in this book, in the story, since it's fictional, I thought that was pretty nice. And also the plant thing, there's Dr. Martinez, because that is gonna, who is the father's old boss, because he was fired. Apparently something bad happened, so now this is why he's working in the house most of the time. So this is basically it, right? And there's the theme of the father, his the fact that he's becoming a little strange to everybody, including the mother, I'm pretty sure, even though I don't remember very well. But yeah, this was a pretty great story. Stay Out of the Basement. So without repeating myself too much, I would say that if I were to rate this book on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd give it 7.5 out of 10. Really great story, really promising, nice beginning, nice development, progression, and great final twist and ending. So Stay Out of the Basement, I would definitely give it 7.5 out of 10. This was a pretty great, awesome Goosebumps book. What about you folks? What did you think about Stay Out of the Basement? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below, as I would really like to hear about your thoughts and views on this book. In the meantime, folks, thank you for watching. Stay well, God willing, and peace out. This is Goosebumps Dude for you, signing off.